Students, today we are going to understand our fifth chapter of Geography, Water. Let's understand it with the help of our book, NCERT book, our environment. Students, you all know about water. When we speak about water, the images of rivers, waterfall came in our mind. In rainy season, children make paper boats and like to float paper boats in rainy water. But after some time, the rainy water vanish. Where does the water go? Some water ships in the ground and some water got evaporated. Let's understand it by the process of water cycle. When sun heats up the water of rivers and seas, the water became water vapors and goes up in the air. This process is called evaporation. When water vapor rising up in the sky, these changes into tiny droplets. And these tiny droplets form clouds. This process is called condensation. When clouds became heavy and can't hold more water, the water started to fall down on the earth's surface in form of rain, hail, snow, etc. This is called precipitation. In this way, water continuously changes its form and circulate between ocean, atmosphere and land through evaporation, condensation and precipitation. This process is called water cycle. The same water that is found today on the earth's surface is the water that was found centuries ago due to water cycle. The water of Amazon river provide water to the field of Haryana due to this water cycle. Our earth is like a terrarium. Terrarium is an artificial enclosure which is used to keep small house plants. We can make our own terrarium in a jar by putting some soil, humus and plants in it. Also spray some water in it and close the jar. You can see some water droplets in it. Our earth is also like the terrarium, but earth is a natural terrarium. The major source of fresh water are rivers, spring, ponds, etc. Water also found in oceans and seas, but that water is saline water because it contains large amount of dissolved sodium chloride, and sodium is the main ingredients of making common salt. So we make salt from ocean water. In this map of world, we can see different oceans, seas, rivers. Let's see some oceans. Pacific Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean. Here are some rivers also. Amazon River of South America, Mississippi River of North America, Congo and Nile River of Africa, Darling River of Australia, Ganga and Brahmaputra River of India. Here are some seas also: Arabian Sea, Caspian Sea, Black Sea, South China Sea, and East China Sea. These are some water bodies. Now let's understand the distribution of water bodies. We all know that 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water. But still, many countries are facing the problem of water scarcity. Let's understand why. Through this table, we will know why many countries are facing the problem of water scarcity. We can see in this table that about 97.3% of water is found in oceans, and that water is saline water, and about 2% of water is found in ice caps in solid form, and the remaining 0.7% water is found in lakes, rivers, and groundwater. Let's understand it through an activity. Take 2 liters of water. Let it represent the total water on Earth's surface. Measure out 12 spoons of water from this vessel into another bowl. The water that is left behind in the vessel represent the salty water found in the ocean and not fit for human consumption. The 12 spoons of water that was taken in the bowl is the total amount of fresh water on Earth. Through this figure, we will understand about this 12 spoons of fresh water. From this 12 spoons of fresh water, 9 spoons of water is like the water that is found in form of ice, and 2 spoons of water will represent the underground water. Half spoon of water will show the fresh water in lakes, and only 1 drop of water will represent the water in rivers. Now come to the next page. In this page, there are some cutting of newspaper which shows the scarcity of water. 22nd of March is celebrated as World Water Day to make people aware about the importance of water. Now, let's understand ocean circulation. Walking barefoot on seashore is very enjoyable moment. The blowing wind, sound of waves, seabirds, smell of salt, etc. These all are so fascinating. The water of lakes and ponds remain calm, but the water of seas never remain calm. It keeps moving constantly. We can categorize the movements of ocean broadly as waves, tides, and currents. Let's first of all we will understand about waves. Waves are formed when winds scrape across the ocean surface. If the wind is strong, then waves will be bigger. When we put a ball in the water splash out and the ball get washed back to the seashore by the waves. When the water on the surface of ocean rise and fall alternatively, they are called waves. During a storm, the wind blowing at a very high speed and huge waves are formed. Huge waves are formed due to earthquake, volcanic eruption, or underwater landslide. And these huge waves are called tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word that means harbor waves. It is called so because harbors get destroyed due to these tsunami. Tsunami may be as high as 15 meters is formed. The largest tsunami ever measured was 150 meter high. These waves traveled at a speed of more than 700 km per hour. Tsunami struck havoc in Indian Ocean on 26 January 2004 due to the earthquake. The earthquake occurs because Indian plate went under the Burma plate. Due to this tsunami, Indra Point of Andaman Nicobar submerged completely. Tsunami traveled at the speed of 8 km per hour at that time. In India, its effects were on the coastal area of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, and Andaman and Nicobar. It killed more than 10,000 peoples and affected more than lakh of houses. Now let's understand about tides. The rhythmic rise and fall of ocean water twice a day is called tide. Some tides are very low and some tides are very high. There are two types of tides: neap tide and spring tide. Neap tide are the lowest tide. These are formed when the moon is in its first and last quarter. In this situation, low tides are formed. In this situation, sun, moon and earth make the angle of 90 degree. Spring tides are formed when sun, moon and earth are in same line. These are formed during full moon and new moon situation. In this situation, high tides are formed. Due to high tides, water level of seashore rise up. And it's help to the ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. Due to high tides, more fishes came closer to the shore and help in fishing. The rise and fall of high tides help in generation of electricity. Now let's understand about ocean currents. Ocean currents are the stream of water flow constantly in definite direction. They always move in a particular direction. These are of two types. These are warm ocean current and cold ocean currents. Warm ocean currents originate near equator. And cold ocean current originate near poles. Warm ocean current originate near equator and move towards poles. And cold ocean currents originate near poles and move towards equator. In this picture, red arrows show the warm current and blue arrows show the cold currents. The example of cold currents are Peru ocean current, Labrador ocean current, California ocean current. And the example of warm ocean current are Gulf Stream, Alaska current, Brazilian current, etc. These currents also influence the temperature of an area. Warm ocean current increase the temperature of an area, while cold ocean current decrease the temperature of the area. The place where cold and warm ocean current meets, tiny organisms called planktons are found in abundance. And planktons are excellent source of food for fishes. So the places where warm and cold ocean current meets, little organism, planktons found, and due to the presence of plankton, fish also found in abundance. Example: seas around the Japan and eastern coast of North America are best fishing ground of the world. The area where they meet, where cold ocean current and warm ocean current meet, also create fog and make difficult in navigation. Now our chapter has been finished. Thank you.